Welcome to the Majestic Camel, Masters of the Desert, an in-depth 10-minute exploration of one of nature's most extraordinary survivors. Camels, often hailed as the ships of the desert, have captivated humanity for thousands of years with their unparalleled endurance, clever adaptations, and integral role in shaping civilizations. In this extended documentary, we'll journey through their biology, behaviors, historical significance, cultural impact, modern applications, and pressing conservation issues. We'll debunk myths, reveal hidden facts, and celebrate these resilient beings. Meet the key players. The Dromedary camel, with its single hump, dominates 94% of the global camel population and thrives in the scorching deserts of the Middle East, Africa, and introduced regions like Australia. Then there's the Bactrian camel, boasting 2 humps, adapted to the cold steppes of Central Asia. And don't forget the critically endangered wild Bactrian, a rare survivor in remote Mongolian and Chinese deserts. From their North American evolutionary origins to their current global footprint, camels embody adaptation at its finest. If you're ready to uncover the secrets of these hump-backed wonders, let's set sail across the sands. How did camels evolve from American ancestors? What's really inside those humps? Stay with us. 1. Physical adaptations and biology. Camels are evolutionary masterpieces, fine-tuned over millions of years for some of Earth's harshest environments. Let's break it down, starting with their iconic humps. No, they don't store water, it's fatty tissue. A dromedary's single hump can hold up to 80 pounds of fat, while a Bactrian's dual humps provide even more reserves, up to 100 pounds combined. When metabolized, this fat yields energy and a byproduct of water, though it results in a net loss overall. As fat depletes, humps can droop or flop sideways, a sign of the camel's resourcefulness. Biologically, camels are even-toed ungulates in the genus Camelus, with 3 surviving species. Adults live 40 to 50 years, with dromedaries reaching 1.85 meters at the shoulder and weighing 300 to 600 kilograms, while Bactrians tip the scales at 300 to 1,000 kilograms and stand taller. Their origins trace back to North America during the Eocene epoch, about 45 million years ago, with ancestors migrating to Asia via the Bering Land Bridge around 6 million years ago. The dromedary and Bactrian diverged about 1 million years ago, and New World camelids like llamas split off even earlier, around 11 million years. Now, adaptations. Camels can sprint at 65 kilometers per hour in bursts and cruise at 40 kilometers per hour. Their oval-shaped red blood cells, unique among mammals, prevent clumping during dehydration, allowing them to lose up to 30% of their body weight in water. Humans perish at 15%. They rehydrate by guzzling 100 to 140 liters in minutes, stored efficiently in the bloodstream. Body temperature fluctuates from 34 degrees Celsius at dawn to 40 degrees Celsius at dusk, conserving water by delaying sweat until absolutely necessary, even in 49 degrees heat. Their coats are marvels. Thick fur insulates against 70 degrees sand, with lighter summer pelage reflecting sunlight. Long legs keep bodies elevated from ground heat, and wide padded feet with 2 toes spread weight like natural snowshoes on sand or snow. Nostrils seal shut during storms, double eyelashes and ear hairs block debris, and a 3rd eyelid sweeps away grit. Internally, a 3-chambered stomach ferments tough, thorny plants thanks to a leathery mouth lining that withstands spines. Kidneys with a 1:4 cortex to medulla ratio produce syrupy urine, and intestines yield dry feces usable as fuel. Camels even reabsorb nasal moisture.
Their immune system features heavy-chain-only antibodies, smaller and more stable, discovered in 1993 and now studied for medical applications like cancer treatments. Genetically, they have 74 chromosomes, and hybrids like the one-humped Thule Bactrian Dromedary cross are stronger carriers, up to 450 kilograms loads. Even rarer are comma hybrids with llamas, humpless and sterile. Camels tolerate parasites like Trypanosoma evans, showcasing their robustness. 2. Behavior and social life. Beyond their physical prowess, camels exhibit rich behaviors that highlight their intelligence and social nature. They're not lone wanderers. Herds of 6 to 30 form under a dominant male's leadership, with females and young following. In the wild, they roam vast territories, remembering water sources and migration routes across hundreds of miles. Domesticated camels form strong bonds with humans, recognizing individual voices, scents, and even holding grudges if mistreated, proving their sharp memory. Communication is key. Low grunts for greetings, moans for distress, and deep bellows during conflicts. Males in rut, mating season, inflate their dula, a soft palate sac that protrudes like a pink bubbling tongue to impress females and intimidate rivals. This display, accompanied by frothy gurgling and foaming at the mouth, can last hours. Mating is unique. Camels sit during copulation, with the male mounting from behind, and sessions involve multiple ejaculations, the only ungulates to mate this way. Gestation lasts 13 to 15 months, yielding a single calf that stands within hours and nurses for up to 18 months. Mothers are fiercely protective, using kicks that reach in all 4 directions. Calves play in groups, learning social cues. Camels are crepuscular, active at dawn and dusk to evade midday heat, resting in sternal recumbency to maximize heat loss through a special chest pedestal. Defense tactics include spitting, a projectile of saliva and stomach contents, and biting. But overall, they're gentle, intelligent herbivores, ruminating cud to extract moisture from sparse vegetation. In mild weather, they derive enough water from plants to skip drinking for weeks. Fun behavioral note, their swaying gait conserves energy, allowing 100-mile treks without rest, earning that ship moniker. 3. History and domestication. Camels' partnership with humans spans millennia, transforming deserts into highways of commerce. Domestication debates point to dromedaries in Southeast Arabia or Somalia around 4000 to 2000 BCE, with evidence from sites like Shar-e-Sokhta in Iran. Bactrians were tamed by 2500 BCE in Central Asia's Bactria marginalia region, spreading to Mesopotamia. Ancient DNA shows dispersal from the Near East to Africa and Asia. Earliest camel bones in Israel's Timna Valley date to 930 BCE, suggesting later introduction to the Levant, making some biblical references potentially anachronistic. Oldest carvings in Saudi Arabia are 7,000 to 8,000 years old, depicting wild hunts. Without camels, iconic routes like the Silk Road, connecting China to Europe, and Saharan trade would falter. They carried spices, silk, gold, and ideas. Nomadic tribes like Bedouins and Berbers revered them as God's gift, relying on milk, meat, wool, and transport. In warfare, camels formed cavalries from 1200 BCE, with saddles evolving by 853 BCE at the Battle of Karkar. Their scent terrified horses, as Cyrus the Great exploited in 547 BCE at Fimbra. Modern history includes the U.S. Camel Corps, 1850s, disbanded in 1861, French Meharists in World Wars, and British Imperial Camel Corps. Today, most of the 14 million camels are domesticated, with ferals in Australia, 1 million from 19th century imports, and India. 4. Camels in Culture and Modern Times. Camels weave through human culture as symbols of patience and endurance. In myths like Arabian Nights, they star in tales of magic and adventure. Biblical narratives feature them, though debated, and Islamic traditions include Qurban sacrifices during Eid al-Adha, with meat divided ritually. Somali herders view them as wealth and identity, while Saudi beauty contests judge aesthetics, disqualifying Botox enhancements in 2018 and 2021. Modernly, camel racing thrives in the UAE as a billion-dollar sport, using robot jockeys for humane reasons. Tourism offers treks in Australia or Africa, and products abound. Wool for tents, yurts, and premium clothing, spun since the 17th century, mixed with sheep wool in the
19th century saw camels pulling coaches, hides for leather, and milk making yogurt, butter, cheese, ice cream, and skincare. Today, over 3 million slaughters provide meat for Middle Eastern Nahari or Australian exports, halal, lean, with hump as a delicacy. In medicine, their unique antibodies inspire cancer therapies. Military legacies persist in India's Bikaner Camel Corps. Even in food, nomads survive months on milk alone, and blood is nutrient-rich in some regions. Camels appear in literature, like Kipling's Just So stories, and films, like Star Wars Banthas, blending tradition with innovation. 5. Conservation and fun facts. Conservation is urgent. Wild Bactrian camels are critically endangered, with under 1,000 left in Gobi and Taklamakan deserts, threatened by mining, poaching, and habitat loss. The Wild Camel Protection Foundation leads efforts. Domestic camels are stable at 14 million, 90% dromedaries, but Australian ferals, over 1 million, damage ecosystems via overgrazing, prompting culls for meat export. Fun facts abound. Camels have a triple eyelid for sand protection. Their urine and feces are so dry, they're instant fuel without drying. In ancient warfare, they scared horses effortlessly. Hybrids like camas are lab-created curiosities. A group is a caravan or flock. They run 40 miles per hour in bursts, and their antibodies revolutionized biotech. Ethical tip: support sustainable tourism to aid conservation. Camels remind us of nature's ingenuity and our duty to protect it. Thanks for this deep dive. Like, share your camel stories, and subscribe. Until next time.